Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, and I consider this a very fabulous morning. It's a Saturday morning, and it's one of those mornings that gives me an opportunity to see if I can be clear for you this truth that I bring to you so it might benefit us all. I witnessed, or should I say, I rewatched a video of the murder of George Floyd. And what was spoken to me, ladies and gentlemen, is that this represents power. It is a power absent the love of God. It is a power that represents the whole world. It is evidenced all over the world. This moment rose for the perfect reason to share with the world the truth that we can all see it at one time. You know, it's one thing to say, well, we didn't know, or they didn't know, or we didn't know, or they didn't know. We've all seen this. And so we all know what's going on. We know that the powers that's running the earth is evil. We have heard it said that evil comes to divide, it comes to conquer, it comes to destroy, it comes to kill all that good has made. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's not hard for us to see all around us now. We might not have been in Venezuela. We might not have been in certain places in Africa or India. But the same pain and suffering that is experienced right here in Minnesota, in Mississippi, in Alabama, in Tennessee, that same suffering is experienced all over the world. You see, we got technology now. We got telephones. That's the most efficient one we've got right now. And it can put a word or message all over the world in a fraction of time. And so the pain and suffering that was felt in Minnesota, getting the chance to get experienced all over the world, get to be seen all over the world, and everybody can say, that's me too, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. That's what they say in Africa, that's what they say in India, that's what they say in South America, that's what they say in China. That's me, that's me. And so when they see people rise up, then that's the sign to rise up. They've been wanting to do it all the time. So you see what God has done. I'm telling you what God has done. He has made it possible for everybody to see the evils. Now, how can you identify the evil? It's simple. Look at the pain. Look at the suffering that exists in America. It's the same pain. It's the same suffering that's all over the earth by that same power that's absent the love of God. Now that same power wants the whole, I don't know if he knew the camera was looking. At this time, evil acted as if it didn't even care. It's like they wanted, and I think that did. They wanted the whole world to know. Because evil has said that it's going to take over. As you can see, America, the nation has held itself up as being separate from that. Authoritarianism, no, not here in America. Dictatorship, not here in America. And our laws have been set up to protect us, they said. Or at least they convinced us it did. Until evil came around. Evil jumped all over the laws. Evil jumped all over the Constitution. The Constitution says that evil right now should not be in the White House. But the evil is sitting right there in the White House, using that as a platform to divide this nation by creating hate and more animosity for the purpose of evil. It has nothing to do with the purpose of good. It has nothing to do for the purpose of love and the purpose of righteousness. It's all about dividing and conquering and trying to kill and destroy. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a good time, because that's what evil does. And for all of these years that evil has been doing its thing, the indication is that evil has not just stood alone. You see, evil just doesn't Stand up. Evil needs support. Evil is supported by those who believe the lies that evil tells. Evil is supported by those who just don't want to get involved, even though evil might be wrong. It empowers evil. Evil is supported by those who know that evil is wrong, and they are good people, and every time they get a chance to do some good, they do it. But they fear evil. And to fear evil means that fear is your God, which means evil is your God. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have to deal with. I want to explain that to you and see if you can understand that. Now, I don't want to leave you with just that. I was just identifying what we all already know. And you know so much more that I left out. And that's good, because I'd be talking forever. But I want to tell you another part. There's another part that goes like this. God is love. Evil did not shape the earth, make the earth. Evil has stolen the earth. Nearly everything, everywhere, where it has been identified as being valuable, somewhere evil has its name on it. And evil is not satisfied with that. Evil is going into other countries that have not the protection, the truth over there to defend against this evil. And they're trying to take over those lands. Same old thing, dividing and conquer for the power of being able to put a knee on your neck and choke the life out of you regardless of what you say. As I watched that video again, I thought that could very, very well be me. Right now, as I say this, I'm making this video. I'm making this video to post for you. But there's no guarantee that after I do that, that I will make it home. You know, if I drop dead because of God, thank God. But there are other reasons. Reasons like me recognizing the truth could be a reason for evil to think that I must go. Hate for people who have received the truth and sharing the truth could be a reason. All kinds of reasons, ladies and gentlemen. But wouldn't it be better if I posted this information to you before that power has its knee on my neck or almost take me out, and I wish that I had shared the truth with you as I know it? See, this earth, my friends, here again, it all belongs to God. Man and God absent love didn't have anything to do with this creation. And so all of this belongs to that power. All of it belongs to that power of God. We cannot see, we can't touch it, can't feel. I'm sure every last one of you would agree with that. I'm sure you would agree with it, because you've got no other explanation. And if it did, it's no better than that one. But what is it for? What is it used for? Well, it's used for a lot of things, but just let's focus on you, we, the people. It is used for all the things that we do on this earth. All the things that we've done. And it's supposed to be prepared to do anything we might imagine that we want to do later on. That's the power of love. The power of love made each of us, human beings, wherever we might live, whatever shades we might be, whatever texture our hair might be, our height, our width, whatever our eyes might look black, whether we got teeth or no teeth. That same power is responsible for our being here and made it such that each of us would require the same things to survive, to stay here. And made sure that those resources would be available for us. And then made sure that each of us had a talent, a gift, something that we could use as a career choice that gives us our greatest joy. That would allow us to engage in the creative process of manifesting all those things we just got through talking about, like food and clothing and shelter. We'll never be without it. Education, unlimited and unrestricted. Healthcare from the womb to the tomb. And all of this stuff is made possible because each of us as human beings play a part in the role in making it happen. And since we do it, it belongs to all of us. And we don't need nobody financing it. We don't need money. We don't need any of that. This is what we do for one another. And in that effort, ladies and gentlemen, as our imagination comes, we find ourselves perhaps in Mars. We find ourselves perhaps in a situation where we don't even have to worry about stuff like that. We might have machines that's doing that, which open up doors for us to do so many more other and different things. Because that's what God is about. Not destroying, not dividing, but bringing us together. And together we can accomplish all things. Now, I've just given you a picture of what evil is like. I'm sharing with you a picture of what God is like. Now, what I just shared with you, the love of God must be in every individual heart. And being in every individual's heart, that makes them more powerful as a group. But there's a difference between what we've been taught about God and what is true about God. You've been taught history about what people have said that others have said about people in a book. And you've been taught by even more hearsay. And you know in your own lifetime that you cannot ever focus on something that's been sifted that many times. And if God, anybody should recognize if God is God and God was able to speak to a man at any time, then what makes it so that God